How y'all doing? This is Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Retro TV 91, and this time I'm reviewing Flash Season 3, Episode 15, and what happens on this week's episode is Barry, Wally, and Jesse is all training to get Wally fast enough to beat Savitar, and they're going through this little, race track to mimic what happens that night to Savitar, and Kid Flash is able to beat the time in 2 seconds, and Barry and them's all congratulating them. And then what happens is that after this, there's a fire that Kid Flash and Barry have to go to, and Savitar attacks Wally while they're running to the fire, and he's getting thrashed around. And then Barry comes up in front of him and asks him what's wrong, and Wally finally tells him about Savitar after a week of seeing Savitar in his mind. And Barry's upset because Barry doesn't like that Wally left this information to himself. It could hurt Iris and ruin the whole plans they got. And Wally gets upset and runs away. And before this, Barry and Iris announced their engagement, and Joe's upset because Barry didn't ask for Joe's permission. And the reason Barry didn't do this is because when they vibed earlier on in the season to the future, Iris is not engaged to Barry, so Barry engages Iris that way to try to change the future so she won't die. And Iris finds this out because Wally gets Cisco to vibe them to the future, that way they can find out how Wally can be able to beat, because Wally wants to know everything, that way he can beat Savitar. And he sees this, and then he sees Iris's hand doesn't have a ring on it. And he confronts Barry about it and makes a big scene, and then he gets mad. And what we find out is, after Barry and them have Julian be the vessel of Savitar, they find out where Savitar is located, and they find out that Savitar's stuck in the Speed Force. And this is a bad move because they threw the Philosopher's Stone in the Speed Force, and that's just going to help him get out. But they didn't throw all the Philosopher's Stone in the Speed Force because Caitlin hid a piece to try to get rid of the powers, and we find this out. Well then, Savitar gets in Wally's mind again, but this time he's disguised as Wally's mother, and he tells Wally that there's no way that he's going to be able to stop him, so Wally takes the piece of the Philosopher's Stone. At this time, Wally doesn't know that this is just giving Savitar the means to escape. And Wally's trying to make the portal for the Speed Force so he can throw the stone in there. And then Savitar gets him angry, and Wally's able to make the portal to the Speed Force and throws it in there. And then Wally gets sucked into the Speed Force because Savitar gets out, and Wally takes Savitar's place, and now Wally's imprisoned in the Speed Force. And Flash attacks Savitar whenever Savitar gets out, and they get in this big fight, and Savitar stabs Flash in the arm, and Flash phases his arm through Savitar's metal spear that comes out of his hand, and Savitar runs away. So they have to take the spear out of Barry without giving him any medicine because he'll burn right through him. And then when he wakes up, he's trying to apologize for what happened to Wally and all this, and then Caitlin apologizes to Barry, and that's all that really happened on this episode. My question for y'all is, now that Kid Flash is trapped in the Speed Force, what's going to happen? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, this is awesome. This is another episode of Retro TV 91. See you on